It was so beautiful watching the Bucks destroy the Saints, knocking New Orleans out of the playoffs in horrific fashion for the fourth year in a row. Vikings are responsible for two of those, by the way. And a big part of that was rookie safety Antoine Winfield Jr. Perhaps you've heard of him. The former Gopher and number 45 overall pick had 6 tackles, also forced a game-changing fumble on Saints tight end Jared Cook in the third quarter, aiding in the Bucks' 30-20 win. Of course, later he took to the gram, quote, "Made some grown men cry last night, and I don't feel bad about it. That was for my Pops back in '09, end quote. And of course, Pops is Antoine Winfield Sr., former Vikings legend, arguably the best cornerback in Vikings franchise history. I don't think I would debate you on that. Getting revenge for the Saints bounty gate game back in the day, '09, NFC Championship. Vikings allegedly lost 31-28 in overtime. Winfield played phenomenal. He was shut down that day, only allowed one catch, for 12 yards in coverage, and it was stolen. Like, that was supposed to be the Vikings Super Bowl year, but, of course, dirty Greg Williams, and, of course, Sean Payton, who allowed it to happen, just like, snatch. Stained. It's your blood diamond, Jerome Barty. Congratulations. Junior was 11 years old at the time in 2009. So he was old enough where he was very aware of the situation. He could internalize it, put that chip firmly on his shoulder, and he's been carrying around ever since. And the fact that he got drafted by the Bucks, gets to be in the same division as the Saints, gets to play them twice a year, 3 times this season with the playoffs, it's kind of cool. It is. And Winfield, former standout at the University of Minnesota, of course, phenomenal rookie year this season, 94 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 3 sacks, a pick, as well as 6 passes broken up. He's right up there. Chase Young, Jeremy Chin in terms of the defensive rookie of the year race. And yes, hindsight always being 2020. Should the Vikings have drafted Winfield Jr. at 31 instead of Jeff Gladney? Well, fans have always had a soft spot for Gophers. Of course, love the local angle, plus kids of former players. I mean, hell, half the fans wanted to draft Thaddeus Moss, who ended up going undrafted in like the 4th round. It's like, okay. And the Vikings, yes, they could have drafted Antoine Winfield Jr. Because he's more than just a safety. He does play the slot as well, so he could have fit in that big nickel type role vacated by Jaron Kearse right away. Eventually became a starter, but they could have done that. They could have rescinded Anthony Harris's franchise tag because he didn't sign it until May, and freed up $11.441 million in cap space, and then likely would have gotten a 3rd round compensatory pick in this year's draft after Harris signed somewhere else. But of course, that is all hindsight. Antoine Winfield Jr. really only had 1 big year of production. It was a bit of a gamble, a bit of a health risk as well. And Harris, who knew that he was just gonna this year. But yeah, of course, the hindsight is perfect. But Jeff Gladney, he's going to be good. I still have a lot of faith in El Jefe. He is going to be good. But Antoine Winfield Jr. is really good right now. So, and I'm sure he also feels a slight of not being drafted by his dad's home team, where he was in the neighborhood of where he was going to be drafted, and the Vikings did have major secondary needs. So, is what it is. But love that the kid got revenge for Pops and also savaged the Saints on the gram. You just love to see it. You do. But your thoughts, Antoine Winfield Jr. lighting up the Saints on the gram after lighting them up in the game? Like it. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.